I'm obviously influenced by my flying experience. For me, altitudes are more than a metaphor. They are a living, breathing experience. Here are 5 altitudes and thinking elevations which we apply. Elevation 1 is the 500 feet, the problem-threat mindset. When you fly at 500 feet, every little hill looks very dangerous. You need to fix your eyes on the hill in front of you in order not to crash into it. When you focus solely on problems, it's like flying at 500 feet. At this elevation, you want to ensure survival. The mindset here is let's remove threats and solve problems so we can gain elevation. Elevation 2 is the 5,000 feet, the performance opportunity mindset. Flying at this level, you can easily identify objects on the ground and compare them to each other. You can, for example, see below and say, I like this neighborhood down there. I prefer this house with a swimming pool. If at 500 feet, the problem threat is the center of attention, at 5,000 feet, the opportunities and the preferences and the agenda lead you. The mindset here is, let's focus on the targets of opportunity that will give us the fastest and greatest benefits. Elevation 3, the 10,000 feet, is the performance, productivity, and profit mindset. At 10,000 feet, you can see both where you came from and also where you're heading. You're close enough to the ground to identify movement, but you have enough altitude to maneuver, and you have time to reflect and think strategically. At this elevation, you focus on using opportunities to improve performance and productivity. At 5,000 feet, you were chasing every sales opportunity. At 10,000 feet, you evaluate the profitability of opportunities to allocate resources in the most effective way. The mindset is of strategic focus about performance and profit and making the right choices. As we soar to the 4th elevation, the 20,000 feet, the paradigm perspective mindset comes into focus. At 20,000 feet, you have a different perspective and you see everything from above, including the mountaintops. At this level, the conversation is centered on the perceptions that govern your view of the marketplace and the world, the big picture paradigm that you operate in. Breakthrough ideas often involve a new way of seeing the problem, a new paradigm. This is where you ask the big picture questions and challenge your assumptions. The mindset here is let's find a new paradigm and new ways of looking at our challenges and opportunities. At 30,000 feet, performance and profit are managed as part of a bigger picture rather than a thing unto itself. The new perception and paradigm open your eyes to the greater potential of the promise and the bigger questions of life. This is a mindset that is focused on purpose and big picture propositions. It considers the planet and people with a larger purpose in mind. Each of these altitudes has its power and intensity. Together, they represent the gradient of conversations and issues we all face. You can be passionate at every level. The nature and quality of the passion, though, changes from 500 feet where you focus on problems and threats to 5,000 feet where you focus on preferences and opportunities, to 10,000 feet where you focus on performance, productivity, and profit, and to 20,000 feet where you focus on perception and paradigm. Finally, at 30,000 feet, your focus is on purpose, and all of it in service of people and planet. We have all encountered managers that operate only at 500 feet. They move from urgency to urgency, unable to see a bigger picture. Problems and threats are part of life, and there is no way to climb to higher elevations without sorting through them. But remember our friend Albert Einstein, who said, the significant problems we face cannot be solved at the same level of thinking we were when we created them. And so therefore, in your own work, with your team, develop a clarity and distinction. Sometimes people go into an argument simply because they operate at different elevation. You have one person that is running a conversation at 500 feet, and the other person is operating at 5 or 10,000 feet. And they argue for 2 hours, but simply they are at a different level. And they can never understand, can never align, can never come into one unified answer because they're operating at a completely different altitude. And so therefore my guidance and my coaching to you is structure your discussions according to these 5 altitudes, and you will save yourself tremendous amount of time, and you will help your team develop tremendous clarity inside all your strategy discussions.